about unity and diversity. We are one movement. You already get a feeling what I'm talking about. My name is Anita Euschen. I'm a German expat living in Croatia. I have been an activist since I was 12, something like that. I started off with Greenpeace, PETA back then, all kinds of things. I'm in a lot of things also active, also in interfaith. This is inter-religious communication, which is fun because I'm entering there as a pagan and as an animal rights activist, which is a very interesting approach for them because they have no idea what to do with me. But I'm having fun because I'm the vegan witch. Tomorrow I will wear my vegan witch t-shirt. I have been an activist all my life. I don't remember when I was young. I didn't think I have to give back to this planet, I have to give back to the people, to the animals, to nature or whatever. We're living here for a purpose and we shouldn't take everything for granted that we have or what we get from the earth. My animal rights activism started when I was a teenager. I was in grade 5 or something like that. And I was a supplement teacher. Go to the window. There's a lot of space, but you can walk by me and then you go over there. Oh, thank you. This is Anita, is my friend. Hey, Anita! I always do that to her. So one replacement teacher, he didn't know what to do with us, so he showed us a Greenpeace video from the seal hunt. And that was 1984, so you can imagine what put us through. Because nowadays we're more sensible when we show videos to children in schools. Back then we really got the full picture and all the colors, so it was a lot of fun. And it was for me the trigger actually to become an activist, to do something, because I understood we have to change something. Be the change you want to see. We all know that one. And recently I have been working a lot on, I'm working on a book. So one thing I'm working on is actually find your why. Maybe some people have heard about this new trend, what's your why? Find your own why. Why are you doing this? I mean, why are you doing this? Why are you activists? Why are you active for the animals? Why are you vegan? Why are you giving a lecture or writing a book or doing the stall or fighting fur farms or whatever it is? Do you know why you're doing this actually? And don't tell me for the animals, I know that. I mean, your own inner motivation. Why am I doing this? Why am I, getting up in the morning and not having scrambled eggs? There's something.
A fan for justice.
Good. I like that one. A sign for justice. Anybody? Why are you doing this? Wow. Oh, come on.
It gives me a reason to wake up in the morning.
I like that. Do?
Because it's the right thing to do.
The right thing to do. It's more peaceful.
If you believe in reincarnation, you might be reborn as an animal and be tortured.
Oh, I like that one. I really like that one. Reincarnation. What else? Why are we doing this? What's your drive? What's driving you?
To do something meaningful.
To do something meaningful, the future. Okay, sounds good. The motivation which drives us. Yeah.
One more, compassion.
Compassion, I like that one. Very sweet. See, because we see there's life, there's sentient beings. So, what drives us is something which is also the energy we put out. So when I'm an angry activist who is angry with the world and I want to change something for fuck's sake, then you go approach people like, come on, can you eat meat? You're a killer, you're a murderer. It's not a nice way to approach people, maybe. I don't know if you have been in Melanie Joy's lecture today. It's the shaming thing we should learn to not use anymore or to reduce a little bit. So our why is very important to approach people and to come out as activists and to run our campaigns. I have been campaigning with Animal Friends Croatia. That's actually, it's not a big organization, it's just a pretty powerful organization in my country. We have been founded in 2001, I joined them in 2004, and we have been campaigning on pretty much everything. So from circuses, we were one of the first countries in the European Union to ban wild animals in circuses. We banned the import of seal products to our country. The European Union followed later. We even have a ban on using dogs and cats for fur in our country, which is interesting, but it's the newest law from last week, it was passed. And actually wrote the Animal Protection Act for our country suggested it, lobbied for it, which is welfarism. It's not animal rights actually, or is it? And we lobbied for 4 years, and we got it through, and we had several amendments, and now we are even a member of the Animal Welfare Committee of the Ministry of Agriculture in Croatia, which is a huge position if you're lobbying as an organization. So we are a vegan animal rights organization, which is lobbying, which is pretty much an oxymoron or something weird, you know, it doesn't go together. Either you're animal rights or, you know, you're welfarist and lobby. No, we can combine this, it's possible. And this is actually what I always try to tell people. We are able to convey the animal rights message, which is vegan, also on all levels, not just in Grassroot. And when we go against cage eggs, for example, it's not welfarism, it's animal rights. Because these animals have a right for better living. Instead of now living in misery in these cages, at least we offer them a little bit better life until they die. Because veganism will not happen tomorrow, it will happen in 25 years. What do we know? This is Tobias Lehnert. Huh? We can veganize the world in 25 years. So when we talk to people, yeah, you know, it's a very nice one. I think that's a sweet one. Bless you. It's a life we're talking about, for fuck's sake. And it's such a simple argument. It's not, you know, it's a life. What people bothers when we talk to them is not that we are wrong, that we are crazy, that we're pale, that we try to impose our opinion on them, or whatever this might be. What bothers them is actually they know, 99% of them, except the sociopaths, they know we are right, but they don't want to admit it. I've seen very often that, especially young activists, when they talk to people, to carnists, to omnivores, when they talk to them, they try to talk to them in a way like they want to convince them in this very moment when they are coming to the stall, they will wish this person would become vegan the moment they talk to them and go like, oh yeah, you're totally right, wow, yes, this is all bad, you know. But this impatience is actually what's causing a lot of, how you say, misunderstandings or friction. Because you cannot expect a person to accept your opinion in the moment he approaches you on the stall. Sometimes they go like, okay, fuck yourself, you know, it's interesting. You know, but actually they come home and they reread everything you gave to them, and maybe the next day they become vegan, or maybe in a year they become vegan. But don't expect them, the moment when you talk to them, to change their mind, because you're bothering their comfort zone. They grew up eating all these things. They grew up wearing that leather or fur jacket. They grew up thinking that this is an animal, that's food. We cut it up, we eat it. The hen, yeah, eggs, well, surplus, it's food, right? This is their comfort zone, and we can never expect them to accept or leave their comfort zone and feel comfy in there. That's why it's a comfort zone. So how do we, you know, and not everybody is the same person. We all have different approaches. How did you become vegan? Remember, you became a vegetarian or a vegan, I don't know when. But remember what happened to you? You remember your own story? What moved you? I don't know how many we are in here. We're like 60 people, 70, 60? I think these are 60 stories. Everybody has his own experience and his own opinion and his own past traumas, stories, which formed us as a person. And one day somebody said something to us, like my teacher in 5th grade, and showed me that video, which made me, damn it. Okay, I was a vegetarian by then already. But we all have our own trigger, which makes us change our mind. So when somebody tells you, you shouldn't campaign like this is not effective, you know, this is not good, because you should go straight like this, and the animals are suffering now, and we should close the farms, so we should fight all the slaughterhouses. Some people will just go back, you know, the cars and go like, come on guys, are you normal? We have to find our own approach for each individual we're talking to. For you maybe the soft approach, for you maybe earthlings, for you maybe nothing, because you're by nature, you're not just, you were born like this. I became a vegetarian when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I just didn't want to eat it. Just like, oh, come on, it's an animal. Come on, it walks on the meadow, you know, you can't eat that. And since then I refused to eat meat. I don't know why, it was just like this. At what age? 4, 5, I don't remember. I was very little, and then everybody was upset. And when I was 10, I was diagnosed with lactose and egg intolerance. My foster mother was pretty screwed, poor woman. But she forced me to take milk so I'd be healthy and so on. So I wasn't lucky. I didn't go vegan at the age of 10. So there are different ways to talk to people. As we all had our way, our own individual approach, our own story, which touched us. The same way, we have to find a method, a strategy, or whatever, to touch people's hearts. And there's not the one way. We have so many organizations. How many groups are here today? Anybody knows the number? How many organizations are on this event? No idea. I know from Croatia it's 2 organizations alone, so...
3.
Yeah, 3? Who's the third? The Vegan Stacks.
Blue Cross.
Ah, Blue Cross. Okay, 4. So when you try to talk to people and talk them out of their comfort zone, remember, maybe what moved you didn't move them, right? Maybe this moves 50%, but the other 50 will go like... So we all had our reasons to go vegan, to feel compassion for animals, or we decided that the environment should be protected, or what else? What were your reasons to stop eating animals?
Consistency.
Consistency. Wow, that's a good word. I like that one. It's one of my values. More. What do we have on this list? The reasons for being vegan today. Wow. Hello.
Hunger in the world.
Hunger in the world. Okay.
Climate disruption.
Okay.
Because of the breeding of mass breeding.
Very good.
Sustainability. Sustainability.
Sustainability. Environmental.
Justice in general.
Compassion, of course. Social justice. Yeah.
For me, eating animals become more like cannibalism.
Good. Can you tell that to a carnist?
I do, yes.
Yeah? What's the reaction?
Misunderstanding sometimes. So it depends on how far they are in their process.
That's what I say, their comfort zone, right? There. Okay. What else? What is I love you. So there are countless reasons, although I have a silent audience, which is nice. There are countless reasons to go vegan. Okay, there's a hand again, reincarnation.
Yeah, I think I went from veggie to vegan because I wanted to grow up. Because I didn't want to have baby food anymore. And I try and explain to people at demos and things like it's like walking around sucking your thumb as an adult if you continue to have lactation fluid all your life.
Interesting.
And you 1 out of 5,500 mammals do it.
Interesting. See? Thank you.
I didn't like to have the idea to take the life of another creature by eating it. Just murdering.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, it was more like, what are the reasons not to go vegan? And basically, there are none.
Thank you.
Besides all these reasons, it's also biodiversity. It should be more wild animals in more space for variety of species.
Nobody. You're good. So, how many topics did we touch now? 10, 15? Biodiversity, global warming, world hunger, compassion, spiritual subjects. These are all what I would call now single issue campaigning. When we go through the different organizations which exist in the world, we have organizations which, environment, Greenpeace, spiritual movements which say because God wants us to be compassionate at Him, so we go cruelty-free, so we don't eat animals. There's so many things, so many movements, so many organizations talking about all these single things we just mentioned, but everything leads back to the one thing: go vegan. Isn't that interesting? Actually, we as a vegan campaigning or campaigner or a campaigning group, we actually cover all these subjects. This is when I started in the beginning. I'm doing interfaith. the religious stuff as a pagan, even Heide. I'm infiltrating the religious movement with my compassionate approach from the spiritual side to tell them also, you know, something is wrong with your religion as long as you kill. And killing an animal is valid killing. It's killing. That's it. So, single issue campaign just leads back to one thing: go vegan. Just stop killing animals. You will solve so many problems on this planet. Disregarding now the whole psychological facts which we heard from Melanie before. I don't know, it's the math, right? I just downloaded it last week. Can anybody do math? How many animals do we kill? Kill each other in a day and then... Anybody? No? Half a billion.
Several millions a day.
Yeah. So if you calculate how many people are on Earth, 7 billion?
7 million.
Billions. I don't know if the math is right, but the number is interesting. However we take it, this is a huge number, and this is really good food for thought, actually, this one. So I have been, like, professionally campaigning for 13 years. And in the recent years, the most thing which bothers me most actually is that animal rights activists, vegans, so to say, they approach other groups which go for welfare campaigns. Welfare in the sense we're working on the law, we're trying to change the well-being of animals in slaughterhouses or in intensive farming. We are trying to get the cage eggs out of the shops or of restaurants. What else campaigns exist there which are a little bit questionable for a real vegan organization? Can you remember any, come up with any campaign where you would say, okay, it's not really animal rights, it's not really vegan? What are the critical campaigns? Nobody, you all agree.
The campaigns that only focus on cats and dogs, for example.
Cats and dogs, exactly.
Well, like campaigns about fishing and like just reducing fishing like in the seas, like that doesn't really help. Like if you still eat fish from the ocean, we still like
it's still
you're part of the problem.
Exactly, being part of the problem. What else? What bothers us? Can we open a window somewhere there? I think we will suffocate in 10 minutes. I think we're all going to die here.
What do we, what does bother us as vegans when we hear other campaigns? Or what you want to know?
What campaign bothers you?
When
I say I go with Open Wings Alliance.
This
biodiversity.
No, this biologische Landwirtschaft.
Organic farming.
So organic farming, when they say, okay, organic meat is better than other meat.
Yeah.
So I think
or happy animals.
Yes, it is stupidity.
Yeah, exactly. What else? Stupid campaigns. Let's call it a stupid campaign list. What else can you come up with? What have you heard in the news that you said, come on, there's better?
Humane meat.
Humane meat, thank you.
Slaughtering at the farms.
Humane slaughtering, huh?
At the farms.
Yes, it means not
the slaughterhouse.
Not the slaughterhouse,
yeah, so excluding the transport.
Yeah, including the transport.
Eating the whole animal.
The whole animal. Huh?
Yeah, you can buy it. That's what I mentioned. But you can buy every part that others don't want to eat. So the whole animal.
That's yummy.
Consumed.
I'm mind blown.
Eating game because it's natural.
Yeah, exactly. We are hunting our own meat, and that's it. Exactly. More silly campaigns? Anybody?
Yeah, also this thing like giving the animal a good life, and then it is happy to die because it has a good life. So I think this is also a point that is really hard to hold in an argument.
Exactly. Yeah, the happy life. I mean, they're dying, right? They're dying in the end, so I don't think they're happy about dying.
Yes. No, of course not, but it's better to be killed with a shot or something at the place where you are than being transported for kilometers without end. It's a difference for those people who say they can't live without meat.
Yeah. Yes.
I've got to accept that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surrounded with people who say that.
Yeah. We all are, I guess. That's a big problem. We are surrounded by people.
They tell them this doesn't taste after anything. You all put pepper and curry and I don't know, tomato ketchup, because by itself it doesn't taste like anything. But it tastes good.
But it's alive for fuck's sake, right? That's what the picture before. Okay. So the point is, there is many stupid campaigns, but there are many campaigns which improve the well-being maybe of the animal. And I think, although we don't reduce, they remain part of the problem, and we don't really reduce the meat eating. It's like the Green Monday campaigns, where also many people say, Green Monday, what's the effect of this? You know, they have to go vegan to really solve the problem. No, they don't. To really solve the problem, you have to reduce the amount of animals killed every day. So if we have a Green Monday, actually there's a huge amount of animals not being killed that day. Maybe they go vegan, maybe they don't, but we raise awareness and we kill less animals that day. The next thing is the egg campaign. I had this discussion last week, Open Wings Alliance, who knows them? Yes, yes, yes. Who's part of the campaigns? Good. Very few, but that's good. So Open Wings had a huge success yesterday, and everybody goes like, wow. Nestle admitted to ban cage eggs from all their products, which is huge. So Nestle is not anymore using eggs from caged animals, from caged birds. So when I talked to my organization, I said, shall we run with Open Wings Alliance? Shall we go for this? They say, no, it's welfareism. So what I'm asking you, is this welfareism or is it not? Should we go for this or should we not? Because they're dying anyway.
No, but it's better.
It's the
caged animals, the caged chickens in those cages, it was awful.
What do you think? Yeah, it's a step.
Not the end, not the end.
It has to be done as well, because it's a political thing. We do our free doesn't help.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can I give slides?
Wait, behind you and then you.
You can go first.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it short. I would suggest that we have a problem here, and that's ethical or moral inertia. And that's something that has been discovered in climate ethics and climate action and environmental action, that when you give people a small step, they assume that, or like many people will assume that that's enough, and they've done enough now. And we all know every change is difficult, and it needs a lot of effort from people. So I actually would. I doubt that small steps are actually small steps. They are still steps, and I'm cautious about this idea that every small step gets us somewhere, because I think that there's at least some skepticism that's granted, that most people will just stop somewhere and will not go one way.
Yeah.
I kind of basically disagree a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I think I think one step in the right direction is a step, and if you have a lot of little steps, you're moving through it the right direction. And if huge companies say that they exclude those eggs, this is a really good step. I mean, I know there's also this discussion about the McDonald's burger.
Yeah.
I mean, the vegan burger, maybe it's not for vegans, but maybe if a person goes there and usually eats their stuff, they try the vegan burger and think oh, that's maybe not too bad, and maybe I can eat less meat. So I think that's something when we're going slow, and every change throughout time evolved slowly. It's not suddenly there is something.
Yeah, it's like awareness raising maybe, huh?
I think they're the same, because change has at least two aspects. One aspect is the real aspect, that, for example, Green Monday, you reduce directly some killing some animal, but the other aspect is some people read about it, know it, and then getting conscious and begin to accept maybe that there's an option. So this is
it's get the stone rolling, maybe. Yeah.
Actually, I don't think that every step forward is really a step forward, because taking the example with the caged eggs, I mean, in Germany or the EU, we banned cages for hens, and then something else was invented, which is called Gruppenhaltung, which means little groups of chicken being together, which is actually worse for them. It's not cages, it's not small cages, but many people say it's even worse because chickens can't avoid being what do you call that? I mean, harassed or something by other chickens. So that's one problem. The other problem is, of course, that many people do say, okay, now everything is much better, let's stop here. But to be quite honest, I think it doesn't make sense to have big discussions on this, because I think we are not going to agree on this. I think there are different strategies, and all of us, we try to do them. But I think those discussions, like one is pro and one is against, and we've done it so often, I think we should not struggle with each other about these things. I think we should just go on. Some of us believe in this one small step thing and others don't. And I think we need all of us, you know.
Exactly.
Sorry, did you? Yeah.
Exactly my point. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to convey also, actually.
You could go on and on forever now. So.
Okay, there is one important point from the big picture that we are missing. These campaigns, also the campaign Open Alliance running, it's not about the marginal improvement of conditions of the animals. It's basically about making the industry suffer, to make them invest. They have to make huge investments. They have to lower the effectivity when they don't breed animals in cages. That means the final product will be more expensive. And that makes all the vegan alternatives more attractive. We're actually moving people close. Every single step that hurts the industry makes the vegan alternatives more attractive and moving us closer to the vegan world.
Yeah,
this is the biggest point of this campaign. It's not about some marginal changes. It's about these big financial changes. And when you can do this globally, you can do a really great step towards the vegan world.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll just keep it very short.
You can keep
no, I don't want to. You're perfect presenters, so I don't want to keep you from talking. But I think we have to be very careful from greenwashing, and especially with big companies like Nestle. They know how to market their improvements, and we, for example, had this I think in Austria and in Germany as well, where small fully vegan tofu producers had to close because bigger companies like, not Nestle, but some other companies, used the market for vegan products, and they basically control it now. And so I agree with this point of hurting the industry, but I think we have to be careful that we actually achieve that.
Yeah. Maybe it's up to us also as consumers of vegan products to buy the right products, not the cheap products in the end. It's up to us to learn from each other, to have these kind of conferences or congresses where we really touch all these subjects and understand where we go, and look forward to the next 5 or 10 years, look into this, and as you say, watch out for the big companies to take over. So who's for vegan McDonald's? Who's for a vegan Mac? Who would try that? Huh? Okay. Okay, those who didn't raise a hand, why?
Why?
Why not? That is my question. Why not?
I don't want to bring my money to McDonald's.
Okay. Why not?
Certain conditions of people.
Why not? Why not to McDonald's for vegans?
It's not for us, it's for the vegetarians.
Okay.
Because of cross-contamination.
Yeah, that's a very good one. Why not?
Not because of cross-contamination. But I have other alternatives. This thing would be okay for me, but still I don't have to go and buy it. I'm not against it, but I won't consume it.
What I would say is, like, if you're caught on an island, would you eat animals because there's no other food? I think McDonald's is the same effect. If I'm really traveling, there's no other food, I might get that Mac, maybe. But it's not my option, right? is it? So, wait, I lost my thread. So we all have our options, we all have our vision on this. And we have our opposition, let's say, which is the carnist world, which does not understand us. If they would be sitting here and listening to us right now, they would not understand us, and everybody from his own point of view, just as we entered on our own way to this movement. So, which next is, I love these discussions. I mean, you know this one, right? I love that. What is the typical argument you get from, let's say, people you're often together with, family, colleagues, or something? You know, I mean, it's my experience. I spend time with people who are not at all into anything vegetarian or vegan, and actually, you know, it's like they always have the same thing they must tell you when you're eating around them. What's the typical stuff you get from them? What bothers you?
Oh, it's so hard. I could never live that way.
It's like, it tastes so good.
So unhealthy.
Yeah, poor woman, you will die, right?
You've got to die of something.
Yeah. How can you live like this? What does it taste like? It doesn't have taste. Why don't you try some meat again? How do you treat these people? Do you hate them sometimes? Yes. Pity. I pity them too. How do you treat them? How do you react? I mean,
I don't pity them because I was one of them, so I know how it is. So it's not. It's some change is possible for some people, for some not. If I am with these people, maybe I can influence them. Maybe I can just give them one question that they will think about next
trigger.
day, or maybe not. But
exactly, because you know this person, right? You're working with him, or as a family member, that's what I said, right?
Mostly they are nice people, also intelligent, like most of us, but they didn't have chance to think about this.
Yeah. When you go back to your organization, maybe you know exactly which flyer is for them, or which movie, or which whatever statement, because we know these people, we know the personal approach to this individual, because that's why I said, do you know people which you know well, you know, colleagues or family, so you know how to approach them to maybe trigger something one day, but actually they upset us every day, right, with their stupid comments. Anybody got another good comment from them? I don't know if I have much more slides. No, not many more slides, I'm pretty fast today. So what I started was, I'm not upset, but you know, it's this infighting, let's call it infighting between the activists when they say, you know, you're doing the wrong campaign against X, or you send people to McDonald's, or I cannot come up with any other example at the moment, but we all have different campaigns because we have different target groups. So if somebody campaigns for the Green Monday, which, okay, these people won't go vegan, they're just vegan for a day, or vegetarian even in some places. But if these people, you know, we save animals that day. But again, this other group from, I know friends, they go like, oh, Green Monday, that's a bullshit campaign, it's useless, it doesn't help, and so on. No, it does help. And we have to understand that our target groups are diverse. Our target groups are everywhere. And we have to find ways for ourselves to be ourselves and work in our way as we understand. Like we have very spiritual person in the corner, you have your own opinion, you have your own opinion, how to approach. And this is where you find your group, where you find your campaigns, how to move forward and do the change you want to do or which you can do as an individual in this world. We cannot all do the same one campaign because this is right. We all have to do our own personal campaign, and we will always find a group, otherwise we just run it ourselves. If you're not satisfied with your group, you do your own thing, or you just do it from work, or you just do cooking lessons, right? Where's Anita? Yes. We are cooking, right? Yes. We are a cooking religion. Anita and me are veganitas. So what she can cook, I don't know how she does it, but she's sitting down there, nobody can see her. This woman, when did we meet? Half a year ago? Year ago. Year already? Yes. What's happening to time? So we met a year ago. And I love to cook, she loves to cook. We became the veganitas, Anita veganita together. This woman, she can cook up for 50 people in an afternoon. And people eat. And when you satisfy people, you satisfy their comfort zone, so they come back to the comfort zone again. And they're happy about this fine, nice, yummy food, and they start thinking again, oh, that's cool, you know. And then maybe they're surrounded by nice vegans, and they think, oh, that's nice, I feel good with these people. And then they start to adapt. So this is what we do. This is like our thing, which we do. Like, you know, just give good company. And then we watch videos together. We do street actions. We do flash mobs together. Do you want to tell what you guys did 2 days ago? Halloween?
Yes, we threw a Halloween party for 70 people.
Get up. Come on, tell us about this. Actually, I should do this. We are the vegan thugs in Zagreb.
So we threw up a party, Halloween themed. All food was vegan, and over 70 or 80 people came. Non-vegans included.
Many. I think half. One third. So before this, we were on the main square of Zagreb, and we did a flash mob.
Yes, we did the mannequin challenge.
Mannequin? You remember the mannequin challenge? You know when you go like...
No.
No, now you do. Google it, stops moving.
Yes.
So, but what was the theme? That's the interesting thing with the glasses.
The theme was the Stella pig is the pig in Slovenia. She's rescued and she touches especially me. So, so the challenge was themed by the Stella. We wore glasses that were printed pig's eyes. So we put the glasses and try to look the world like the pigs.
And on the side of the glasses was the QR code?
Yes.
So one part activist was wearing the glasses, and the others went up to the person and scanned the code, the QR code. And then the video of this pig showed up. This pig really approaches you and kisses you. She's from Slovenia, Koki, yeah? Koki.
Yes, Koki.
She's from Koki. If you Google or if Facebook has Koki, K-O-K-I. And how were the reactions of people? I wasn't there.
People were curious and looking strange to us. What are we doing?
Well, it's Croatia.
Yes.
Okay.
Croats are a little bit ashamed, so no one approached us. So I was standing in the main square with green umbrella, and I was giving people these glasses.
Yeah, and later then I couldn't come that day because I got sick. Then we went back to the office where we had what was our venue for the party, and this is all about, you know, making veganism nice for people, to give them an approach to feel good around vegans or to accept the whole vegan thing without sending out our messages about environment and health and animal suffering or whatever. So we had what? We caged a clown.
It was feel-good party.
It was the I Feel Good party. Yes. Okay.
With nice people, with fine food, and safe environment where no one will judge you, no one will approach to you and strangle you with sad stories and horrifying videos. It was just nice people, nice food, and we mingled. Food was vegan, so people were very amazed with the cakes and.
You didn't mention the horror clown.
Yes, it's in the basement.
We had a clown in a cage in the basement. She was eating a bloody.
It was Halloween party. It was supposed to be scary.
Yeah. How did I like it?
Very much.
I'm so sorry I didn't come. So
yeah, sorry too.
So usually we have more. We have some event like this every month. We do this as a group. We are just a Facebook group. We are not an organization. We are like 10 people, 12 core people, organizing such fun things, fun events, inviting people, always trying to invite a friend, not strangers, friends from our family, colleagues, which bug us every day. You brought your colleague once, right? Yes. And you know, just to, okay, these are my friends, these are normal people, right? We're all vegans. And you know, include them in our lives and just feed them. That's the point, feed them. And this gives, thank you. And I've got a 10 minutes break. Not a break, it's a full stop in 10 minutes. So this is what I think works best for our surrounding, for our people which we like, which we work with. You know, because we cannot kid them and tell them, you know, go vegan, here's a flyer, come on, accept my opinion and accept all the things, all the facts I can deliver to you, because they live in their comfort zone. They live in their bubble and they believe this is good, everything is fine, and they don't want to get out of this. And the ego is stopping people too to get out of their comfort zone. You know, I don't want to admit to you that you're right, you know. So this is a huge thing, and this is why mingling, socializing will have more effect on your friends and family than actually, you know, bombarding them with facts and with videos and with earthlings. Although I had a good effect with earthlings in my past, but I never watched it. Who watched earthlings to the end? Wow. Kudos. How could you?
Before you show it to other people, did you watch it yourself?
No, I watched 8 minutes. Oh God, no. Fast forward, yeah, okay, I know. Everybody said it's good, I show this to them, it's fine. So, well, I'm actually done with this. I don't know if there are questions because we already had discussions. The point is, guys, we are one movement. We have different approaches, we have different target groups, but let's just work together. Let's not infight, let's not go against each other, and just work together towards a world which is positive, which is good, which will be good for animals, and maybe in 25 years veganize the world, because it's possible. I saw the math. Thank you.